How you doing, friends and neighbors? Sorry about the delay. This is the 6 horsepower Witte diesel electric engine that I made a video of almost 2 weeks ago. Well, I think it was about 2 weeks ago. But I wanted to get running for Jacktown, which was actually last weekend, and it did make it there, and it ran very well. It was a crowd pleaser. It's a good running engine. So, just go over what I had to do with it. I pulled the cylinder head off, ended up grinding the valves, and cutting the valve seats and lapping them all back in. I had to go through the fuel tank, just tried to rinse it out a little bit. Some nasty, I think it was like a kerosene mix, whatever was in there. I threw that little inline fuel filter on it just because there's still a little bit of particulate left in there. I cleaned out the factory fuel filter. It's pretty neat looking inside here. It's a stack of brass plates, and when you turn this T-handle, it's like a comb, and it combs out the particulate from between the plates. It's pretty neat. Pretty fine filter. I cleaned out the injection pump and the injector to make sure there was nothing in there that could do any damage. And I whipped up a quick and dirty little cooling tank out of a little helium bottle that I found at the scrapyard for $2. But that's all temporary. And let's see, it actually cracked the weld at the bottom here. Not the weld, but the rim. There's a pretty thin wall right around the weld actually cracked from vibration at Jacktown, and we had to improvise a little bit of support with this strap here, and I still haven't gotten that figured out perfectly yet. Of course, you know, it's only temporary, so proper cooling can come later. That's plenty for a nice run of half an hour or so. Gets up a little bit of steam. But I'll show you how I start it. Alright, well, the procedure I use to start this engine, at least at this time, is first thing I do is I pull off the air filter top there. I put a couple shots of engine oil down the cylinder. Not very much. Just about a half a pump of engine oil. Put it back on. Then I have to use a screwdriver at this point to act as my decompression lever, as the original decompression lever seems to be not lining up correctly. Like, I think it might be worn out to the point where it doesn't actually grab the push rod anymore. Alright, so there's a crank handle for it. And go ahead and fire it up. Basically, you just hold the compression release so you don't have any resistance, and you get it up to speed, and you let go of the compression release, and if it doesn't take off the first revolution through, you can get maybe 4 more revolutions if you really crank hard before the compression just overcomes you. So we'll see about getting it going. Nice to have a glove when you're cranking these over, just so you don't tear up your hand. Take a screwdriver, hold open the exhaust valve, get it up to speed. governor kind of hunts for a couple seconds until she gets in her good rhythm. Starts pretty easy though, for being 80 or so years old. Got a good sound. I think this holds about 2 gallons in here in the tank itself. I believe the engine itself holds about 2 gallons, maybe 2.5. So there's a good almost 5 gallons of water, and it's just thermocyclic cooling right now. And just running like this, it takes it about a half an hour, 20 minutes, half an hour before it starts to steam. Your breather right here. I'm a little worried about this cart when I rev it up, so I just like to let it idle, just coast, nice and slow. I really need to get a proper cart for it, like what I had for the 5-horse Hercules, something along those lines. But now it sounds like she's settled down. This here's the compression release lever. You can see where it's supposed to rise up and hit this little collar right here on the push rod. The only thing is, when you pull the lever up and it holds the push rod forward, it also holds the rack to the injection pump all the way down to nil. So, I'm not sure if something's flipped over backwards here or what. I can figure that out later. You got your little governor adjustment screw. To get the engine to run this slow, I actually had to go in and pull out the spring inside the actual flyball governor itself. If anybody out there is familiar with, a hit-and-miss engine, familiar with that kind of governor, the standard flyball governor, you'll understand what spring I'm talking about. Very similar to a governor on, say, like a Hercules engine. But I actually removed that spring altogether. It's a very tight spring. But of course, this engine was probably rated at about 750 RPM or so, I think. And right now, it's probably only doing 300, 350 RPM. Maybe 4. So, really, it's significantly less. See, not much smoke at all. Just idling here. Smells good. Smells like a diesel engine. That's just me fitting in with the rack right here. I think the rack's got little graduations on it. I'm not sure what they mean. They mean volume, in cubic centimeters or whatever of injected fuel. But Really a well-built pump. Very easy to service. Clean. Okay, the water's just starting to come up to below ambient temperature, or above ambient temperature, sorry. I got a lot of questions about this at the show at Jacktown. A lot of people were impressed that it was just a straight diesel. No glow plug or hot tube or anything like that. No assisted ignition. It's only compression ignition. But starts pretty well. Compression's not the best as far as I can tell, just by turning the flywheels by hand. But I'm sure once I put a few hours runtime on it and those valves fed in, it'll be alright. The only other thing I had to do with this engine was I took 2 shims out of the connecting rod, the connecting rod main bearing, just to snug that up a little bit. I'll tape a roller bearings for the mains on this, and then a big Babbitt bearing for the connecting rod crank pin. So actually, there's another guy on YouTube who rebuilt one of these. He's got it on a generator set complete, and his name escapes me right now. But I'll put a link in the description to one of his videos if you want to see what the internals of these look like. They're a great running engine. I wish I had the generator to go with it. And to stop it, just pull up on the rack. That cuts all your fuel. It's pretty neat. There's a mark on the flywheel somewhere where it says inject right on it. See if I can find it somewhere. Oh, there it is. I don't know if you're supposed to line that up with the pump itself or what. I never really looked. But yeah, that's the Witte diesel.